Hello guys, welcome to another test, another amp, another guitar. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you that you subscribe already and you watch the videos and you leave comments. Thank you to all of you. Very appreciate what you're doing. To the ones who are not subscribed yet, if you like what I do from here, just subscribe down there, put a comment, whatever you want to say. I will try to talk as less as I can because I just want to show the sound of the amplifier with a couple of guitars, and I want to you decide by yourself if it is worth it for you or not. This is the Fender Vibro champ. It's an amplifier of 5 watts, it's a tube amp, 212A-T7, and you have the Celestion speaker. Then you have a couple of controls, which is more or less what you can find in any Fender amp. Treble, bass, reverb. You have the section of the Tremolo, and you have the volume, of course. It is a mono amp. And let's say start with showing what we can do. I will leave the treble and bass on 5, and I will start without reverb, without tremolo, so you can check how it looks, the sound. It is on 5 on volume also, it's more or less half of what the amp can give. So let me go up with the bass a little bit, and we put it on 8. I don't recommend to do this with a lot of volume because you will have a very fatty sound, and it's not so nice, especially when the amp is very loud. It tends to crank more than it should, and the sound is not so clean. I mean, between the gain and the crank tubes, it's not so clear. It's very fuzzy, and it doesn't give a good result. But in 5, 4, maybe to play it at home on home volumes. I mean, an apartment, when you have neighbors. I mean, if you're in the middle of nothing, it's okay. But if you want to use it in your room, well, it's quite loud, 5 watts. But if you tune up the little bass, you can get a very bassy sound. It's more. You will see the bass sound gets a better response. Let's go back to 5. I want to add more treble. let's go back to 5 again, and go. I will show it with the volume open. How we go to 7. You start to listen a little bit, crank up the tube. Up. Now you have a very this amazing sound you can get on this volume of 7. Of course, guys, this is already very loud. I mean, from my standards, I'm not sure you can. Well, in very little venues, very little places, you get used. You maybe try to use it. You can try it. Let's see if the volume is enough and adequate to the people who is listening. Will be up to you and of course up to them. But from my perspective, this is a very exact volume that you need to try this amp. And for example, to rehearsals, also weeks. Well, as I say, but rehearsals also it's quite loud already. But I think you can manage it with the band. But you can start to get a little the force, the strange of this amp, the tunes and little crank up, and it's very nice. Even with the you get more attack with the other humbucker. In this case, with the Les Paul. It is not still this fuzzy sound that but it's already enough, you know, to move yourself up. Let's put some reverb, and you will. And you have 3 on reverb, right? It has a lot of reverb. Let it put down on 2. Very little. I will put it between 2 and 3 to check. Respecting respecting the sound of the Les Paul, and you have this very bluesy and rocky sound with a little of reverb, because this reverb goes too far when you start to turn up. I will put it on 5 and you will see. Yes, it's so let me turn on the reverb again. Again with Turn it off the volume. It's not, you don't have a more volume anymore, as we can say, you have more gain right now. You see more than 3, the river is, whoa. I think this could be the, yes, it sounds much better, and at least for me, maybe one you like with more river. This is a very bluesy sound, yes. Okay, regarding the headroom of the amp, let's say that you have a 12-inch speaker, you will get more. It's not the strong point of this amp, I think, but again, it's you have enough headroom to knock the place. If we compare it with a 1/12 or 2/12, yes, it is. Yes, it's honestly a lot less. But again, it's a time of find the good relation between volume, a little of crank and overdrive, and the headroom. Again, I mean, in the amps we have nowadays 212. They have a lot of power. Maybe an AC 15 of Vox with the 212s, maybe something. I mean, you will need to crank up a lot the amp to get what you are getting from this amplifier with more manageable, let's say, volume on the stages and on the rehearsal places maybe. Let's try with an Stratocaster to see how we get it. We are again on 7 of volume. Let's say it respect obviously the sound of an Stratocaster and single coils. He does it very well on a Strat. Let's move on to the 10, to the most power of the amp. What I say before, you can crank up so much as you do with a humbucker, but it is fair enough. Overdrive. If you are looking for more like stereo Vaughan sound, you would definitely need to get a pedal or get an overdrive, like two screamer or something typical, and use the volume more down, because otherwise you have a lot of fuzz. Let's check the tremolo. I will give a very fast check on the tremolo with the low volume. Otherwise, we will make a lot of unnecessary noise. You see, it's a very basic amp. You have not so much possibility for configuration, but you have that sound, that reverb, Vibro chant sound from Fender. If I had to get to a conclusion, that's my amp. I mean, I can use this amp in very different situations. As I say, 5 watts is already enough in volume, and you can think about playing in your room. See, it's of course, I mean, it would be the sound of playing in a room. You can do anything about it if you can crank up the volume. After 7 is when you get this real sound of the amp. You know, after 7. See how it changed the attack, the intensity, the dynamics are real right now. They sound real. I mean, below 5.4 you don't have these dynamics. But anyway, you are getting near of the top volume of the amp, and you can use it in a rehearsal place. It's not so loud. I mean, for your bandmates. In gigs, of course, it's more than enough. If you get micros, I mean, not a problem. If you don't have it and you are in the back of the stage, back to the drummer, yeah, maybe you can encounter some issues at the moment of people get the very good sound of the amp and well, you're playing. But again, most of the places today are micro, so you will not need that kind of power. Again, in most of the places, I mean, in what I'm saying today. So I hope you like this amp. I really love it. I like better to play with this ball, which is resting right now there. With the Strat, you can see you can. Hope you like the video. I hope that you like this little review, just to you get in touch with the amp. And if you have some questions about it, if I can help you somehow in configuration stuff or how I use it, just write me and I will try to help you out. Of course, I can't help you with that stuff, so sorry in that. So again, thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Give more comments, give the thumbs up, and see you in the next video here from Monistrol with leaks and tips, or who knows.